Let me take you straight into the room. Bright lights, cameras rolling, diplomats, they are murmuring when Iran's nuclear chief, he kind of blew up. And that too at the world's top nuclear watchdog, the IAEA. Well, they stayed silent while we were bombed. That's what the opening punch really was. Well, that were the words of Mohammad Eslami, Iran's nuclear chief. He didn't mince his words. He stood before an international conference titled International Law Under Assault, and the title, it could not have been more fitting here. He accused the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, of watching quietly as the US and Israeli forces bombed Iranian nuclear sites. Sites that were fully monitored, fully inspected, fully supervised by the entire agency. Now, can you imagine this? Nuclear facilities with international seals, surveillance cameras and inspectors all of a sudden turned into smoking carters. And yet, according to him, the very organization meant to safeguard those sites, it said nothing. Basically, no statement, no warning, no condemnation, nothing. Let me quote what he said. This is the first time in history monitored nuclear site has been attacked. He didn't just give the speech there, he was delivering an indictment. Islami, he claimed Iran now faces daily threats of new strikes over there, and he threw a hard question directly at the IAEA. Well, he also said that if you supervise our facility, what protection do you actually offer us? It hung in the air like a challenge, and nobody, literally nobody in the room had an answer. Then came the accusation of double standards, of course, and it landed like a hammer. Iran, with just 3% of world's nuclear capability, according to them, by the way, nobody knows the exact number, they received almost 25% of all IAEA inspections. And 80% of agencies' global safeguards work happened inside Iran alone. You know, his message was very clear. If this can happen to us, it can happen to any country. It wasn't just a complaint, by the way, it was a warning. But wait, the drama, it wasn't over. Because Iran's foreign minister, they also dropped the real bombshell in front of the same audience. He announced something that the West had been speculating about for months. Iran is currently not enriching uranium. Why? Because the June attacks damaged the country's enrichment facility so badly that the entire enrichment program has been forced to a halt. Basically, no spinning centrifuges, no enrichment, nothing. And yet, he said, Western governments are still pressurizing Iran about transparency and compliance, even though the program isn't active right now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, picture it like a scene from a political thriller. A nation accused, inspected, monitored, its nuclear sites attacked, and the world's nuclear watchdog, it sits silent. Iran's officials stand on the stage calling out what they say is hypocrisy, double standards, and the collapse of international agreements when political pressure takes over. Well, whether you agree or disagree with Iran's stance, one thing is undeniable here: Iran just sent a dramatic, fiery, and headline-grabbing message to the entire world. And this story is only getting started.